be felt, and in many cases, starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. One of the things you can look for early in this ball game, guys, is how often the quarterback throws the ball. Coaches know they want to be balanced, keep the defense on their heels, but they also want to get their quarterback the school record for single-season passing yards. I expect them to let him throw the ball early, kind of get that record early, get that pressure off of his back, but also energize him and his teammates so they can play well the rest of this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. So Alabama's offense will go on the attack first. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a Classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying to squeak through the pile. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Russell. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch inside the 25. Hits the crease. He is in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
So Auburn's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Austin Mack. He was sacked 4 times and threw a couple of interceptions last time out. Hands it off. Sees some running room. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Throwing Mack. With the catch, it's Eccles. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The run inside. It's Shepard. Defense all over him. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's got it way down the field. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They're going to run it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Throwing Russell. Unloads in the nick of time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. He's got him this time. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. His defense turning up the intensity.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Auburn offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Straight ahead, it's Shepard. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's Henderson. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Might as well run him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
A designed run for the quarterback. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, a double pass. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? All the way. Touchdown, Bama.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shepard. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. Nice move to keep running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Austin Mack finds his big tight end. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Using his legs, it's Shepard. There he goes. Made a defender miss. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Tough run here. It's Lindsey. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Mack going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Alabama sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Holly. Russell. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Makes the grab on the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. Pass to 6. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tide!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Quick give. It's Shepard. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Auburn lines up quickly. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing Mack. Out wide left, it's Shepard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Mack from the gun on third down. Under pressure. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Sets his feet. It's Mack. Going downfield for the big play. Got it inside the 10. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love when you back the defense off me. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Running the red zone, it's Shepard. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's third and goal. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think
a lot of room to the right. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Going with the counter play here. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 10 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Beavers, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Tide head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Running inside, it's Shepard. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurrying.
And he's brought down after a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Austin Mack. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ball game.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. As we check in with Holland.
Here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. They're working that left side. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. Well, you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver. That's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. They'll go to the counter play. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. And he gets it away.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Makes him talk to the hand. Man, there were some collisions in there before he was finally stopped about a yard short. It'll be 4th down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Mack unloads to the right. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Mack. Fires on the run. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
You really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there are some really good things happening. During that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Handoff again. Swamped immediately.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mack. Turns it upfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Finds some room. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Russell on play action. Rushes on. Takes a hit as he fires. Working the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Run in the red zone, it's Henderson. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
Bought a little time, lets it go.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Austin Mack. Just a short pass to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To throw, it's Mack. Right side, it's Kane. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside, it's Shepard. Turns it on at midfield. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Alabama sideline, this is so fun to watch these guys hype up their wide receiver. Every time they come off the field, there is yet another
runs through a man. He might have space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Right back to the well. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, Good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Out wide right, it's Henderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. After this, it'll be a wrap. Keelan Russell. They're all over him. Good job just to get rid of that one. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it for us here.